What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to A Few Dudes, another week, another podcast. It's the motherfucking realest podcast in the world. You already know. Just me and Carlos this week. We're a bunch of slackers, and we missed last week, but we have a lot of good conversation, a lot of good topics to touch on today, so I'm pretty stoked for this episode.
Yeah, I do want to apologize. Last week was pretty much my fault because I put it off, and then, I just put it off a shit ton, so that was my bad. So if any of you guys were asking, like, oh, where were you guys at? Because I did get a couple of you guys asking, like, where's your guys' episode this week? Where's the episode? So, that was my bad.
You got to remember, we're just a few dudes. Like, we have fucking normal lives, and we get stressed out and fucking anxious and put down and whatever the fuck it might be, just like everybody else. So, sometimes things happen and we miss an episode. But we're back. Before we get too crazy, just remember, keep showing some love. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, give us some ratings, comments, likes. Subscribe. Please subscribe. We're almost to 100 subscribers.
We're pushing this episode hard this week.
We're going to have to do something fun for that. So stay tuned. With all that being said, let's get into it.
Yeah. So you went on a trip. We've been kind of, you've been like, oh, I'll see you for the pod.
You might be able to tell that if you're watching, I'm red. I'm so red. I'm like just so sunburned because yesterday, Fletcher and I, who we've had on the podcast before, so if you're looking for some more context, go check out that episode. I think that's on YouTube only though. So go check that out if you're interested. Anyways, we went to this place called Weslee Gulch. It's off the Owyhee Reservoir over here. And Fletcher just hit me up because him and I are super good friends. And he's like, hey, so you want to go take the boat down to Weslee Gulch to the hot springs tomorrow? And I'm like, well, fuck, I guess so. And so, we fucking get our asses out there. It's like 2 hours away. It's nothing crazy. And, we have this, he has this inflatable kayak, right? Like, this is a rowboat. Okay. Like, we're out there fucking, like,
going crazy with it,
fucking paddling our asses up the river, like, upstream.
Jesus Christ.
And to go to the hot springs, and I took a bunch of videos. So for you YouTube watchers, I'll throw some on the screen for you so you can get a little inside look because it's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful places.
It did look really nice,
ever. But it was just such a fun adventure. Our dumbasses did not wear sunscreen. But we like get in the boat, right? And there's a bunch of people on the beach, and they watch us like push out in our little paddle boat. While they all have like these big ass motorboats, right? They're like, these fucking kids are stupid. Yeah. But we're like, dude, we're making this shit happen.
Yeah, for real.
So we get in and we're like spinning around in circles at first because we can't get it right. And eventually we kind of get our stride and we get moving and we paddle like it's like 4 miles down the river or up the river actually at this point from where we're at.
God damn.
And it was super fun. We get out. And it's called Echo Rock Hot Springs is where we were going because there's a lot of flash floods there, and it creates all these little channels in the rocks so you can yell at it like you're going to make an echo or whatever, but it's not like a normal echo. It like echoes back at you like 4 or 5 times. Like,
oh, what the hell?
Because all the different channels.
That's cool.
Super fucking cool and really sick. Fun. So we stop the boat. We climb up the mountain, and we're like on the top or whatever, just chilling. Come back down, and we go to the hot springs, and it's just absolutely beautiful weather. Actually, while we were on top of... Okay, this is an important part of the story. While we're on top of the mountain, we hear this huge crack of thunder. Just like... Goo, 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 goo.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And we, like, look off in the distance, and there's a bunch of clouds, and we're like, oh, fuck. He's like, I didn't check the weather. And I'm like, oh, no.
Fuck, dude, yeah.
But we're like, all right, well, let's fucking... get off this damn mountain and go to the hot springs before it starts raining on us. So we go, we chill out. Like I said, I'll have videos on the YouTube episode this week, so you guys will get to actually see what it looks like. And then, we're like fucking around in the boat, just two dumbasses, and we're like, heave, oh, just like paddling our asses off, and I'm like, keep going, laddie. And we're like, I don't know.
Living, yeah.
We're just fucking around, being dumb in the boat. Super fun. And then, we get out of the hot springs and we're getting ready to do our like 4 miles back. And we're like, it was kind of a pain in the ass to get here because we were going upstream the whole time. It wasn't flowing crazy or anything, but On the way back, it's downstream, and we're like, "Oh, bro, we're just
You
gonna be
just chill,
chilling."
yeah.
And then the clouds come in a little bit,
Oh fuck.
and it gets crazy windy, bro. Like it's blowing right at us, and we're like screaming, like, "Oh fuck, this sucks!" Just like, dude, we are paddling our asses off, and we're moving like a fucking snail. Like we're barely moving.
Because you're just going against the wind the
And
whole
we're
time.
the wind is just blowing into us, and it's like it's like wavy, right? Because the wind is blowing the water around.
Yeah, so you guys are just going to the fucking ringer.
Oh
God
yeah,
damn,
dude.
yeah.
And this is only the beginning. So it's like bad, right? We're like paddling our asses off, and then all of a sudden I like look off in the distance, and you can see these little white caps start to form because like it's even more windy over there. So
Yeah.
it's like making little tiny waves that are even like breaking.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, we get to that point. I will never forget this. This was so fucking it was like kind of awesome because now
It sounds fun.
it's
but
like
yeah.
literally blowing us so hard that if we were to stop, we would start going backwards.
Holy
And so
shit.
there was no stopping. We're just like fucking paddling our asses off, and Fletcher's like, "This shit sucks. Oh my god!" And I'm like, I'm all just keep going, dude. We got it. We can't stop. And we're just like paddling our asses off through this wind, getting absolutely blasted.
God damn.
Just like, dude, it's the best workout I've had in probably years, bro. Like we are just
Yeah, that sounds like, especially since you said like 4 miles, that's not easy on like a little raft either. So
Oh
like
my
just paddling
fuck
by
no.
like paddling with that, like goddamn, yeah.
you got to
that's-
think there, like paddling there was like an hour plus we like stopped and went on a little hike, so that was like an hour and a half or so that we spent paddling there.
Yeah.
And then we had to paddle back,
But against the wind, which should have been it should have been easy going, but then with the storm, like you guys got fucked over. Like,
Well, the storm clears eventually after we like, dude, we're like paddling probably for like 25 minutes straight as hard as we can, just like not stopping.
yeah,
And then, yeah, we get around this corner and it just stops. And we're like, "Oh, holy shit." And then we just
survived.
like, we put, no, for real. I'm all, "The worst is behind us, brother." Like we're just being dumb.
yeah.
It was so much fun. And then, yeah, we just like sit the paddles down for a second. And we're just like relaxing because we're going downstream now, so it's just kind of like pushing us slowly or whatever, and we're just chilling. And yeah, then we get out, we paddle the rest of the way. We get out, we pack up the boat or whatever, and yeah, get home. And I am just so fucking sunburnt and so sore,
Probably tired as well.
so tired.
Yeah.
I was just exhausted yesterday, dude. It was brutal. But it was a really fun adventure, dude.
That sounds nuts. Yeah.
It almost made me feel like I fucking connected. Like my ancestors are proud of me because I was fucking in a boat paddling my ass down the river. Like motherfuckers don't really do that nowadays.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I mean, they do. There's like a scene for that, kayaking and all that, but that's not like a normal person thing. And I am just a fucking normal person. And yeah, dude, it was cool. Like, honestly, it was scary because if we were to stop, yeah, it would have just swept us right back and we would have lost ground. But we
Damn.
just like powered through, dude. And there was this weird, like, you just felt
Adrenaline
powerful,
and all
dude,
this stuff.
you're
Yeah,
just like,
just going crazy.
Literally,
yeah.
bro.
Some Viking shit.
I know, I felt like I was fucking like a Native American or something. Cause like those fuckers had to do that shit, bro.
On the daily, probably.
Like on the daily.
Yeah, yeah.
And motherfuckers were dying doing that shit
Yeah.
and stuff, which like obviously it's safer now because, if whatever happened, we got swept away by the wind, then like eventually a boat would have came by and they would have like given us a ride or whatever.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But like back in the day, bro, you
You're stuck.
you had to
dude.
make it happen.
You got to
And so
trek, yeah.
we did, and yeah, dude, it was cool. It was made me feel alive. I haven't fucking. I've just been working.
Yeah, so that was a nice, like, probably
So
just
finally, yeah.
escape from all of that, yeah.
And it just made me be like, after we got out of the crazy wind or whatever, we're just in a super good mood or whatever. We're all stoked because we made it. And
Yeah,
it's
of
like
course,
easy now.
yeah.
And then I don't know. Fletcher starts talking again, and he's saying something about like, oh no, I was telling him like, dude, I feel good after that. I feel like I hit the reset button on my brain. Like I'm back to normal again. I just got so much out by just like doing that. And then
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, bro, you just got to know how to push it. And then he's like, motherfuckers just be sitting around doing nothing all day. And we're out here in a fucking boat paddling our ass up the river.
Exactly, dude, yeah. God damn.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good time.
And
Shit.
then, Yeah, so now I'm just fucking so burnt. So burnt. My body, like I step into the sun, it's like I'm on fire.
Yeah,
It's brutal.
when I saw you, I was like, damn, this motherfucker's red as shit. He's like a cherry, dude.
Yeah, actually though.
Yeah, luckily
yeah.
I'm brown, so I've never been burnt in my life. Like I've never had a sunburn from.
Yeah, but you get hot probably.
I just cook. Yeah. I
Yeah.
just cook a little bit more. I'll get darker, but I'd never burn. But yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna jumpstart my summer tan, so
Yeah.
it's not the worst thing in the world, even if it sucks right now. But
Yeah. Well, shit, that sounds fun as fuck. So it was like a whole day thing, or I mean, it sounds like it. Yeah.
not even. I got home at like 5
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
because we left, and I think we left the house at 7:30.
Oh, okay. So you guys left early, so you guys had a good start on the whole day.
Yep, that was the plan.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just an awesome little adventure. Made me feel like myself again. I feel good, feel rejuvenated, especially after last week being all unmotivated and shit because couldn't do the podcast and all that.
Yeah. I'm in need of something like that for sure. I think right now my only thing that's like my equivalent to that is gonna be like the Cali trip because like right now, yeah, I'm just working like a goddamn workhorse and like I just feel like I'm rotting my life away and like
Yeah,
doing like I'm not trying to like flex, but like I worked 19 days in a row and then I had to fake being sick and I was like I just can't go to work today and then they're like, oh, it's all good, and then like yeah, I think now I'm kind of like now that I'm working a lot more, I'm like realizing I'm super scared of doing this for the rest of my life.
oh my god, yes.
Like I'm terrified, and it almost like unmotivated me from like everything. Like I was just like a zombie the last couple of weeks. Like just that one day off, I feel like 10 times better. Like my brain feels like activated again. And it's so sad because people are actually just working.
Yep.
And like I mean that's pretty much everybody, but like
And that's fine.
It
but
is,
if you
yeah.
hate it, oh, dude, like I feel you on that, bro. I hate
Yeah.
my job, and the reason I do it is because it is a perfect reminder of what I don't want to be.
yeah.
Because some of the people I work around are super cool, and I like being around them,
And they probably
But-
enjoy it as well.
and they
some of
do.
them, Yeah.
and or maybe they don't, but it fuels their other passions and hobbies and stuff, and so that's awesome,
Yeah.
But some of the guys who work out there, like that is pretty much their entire life, and they have families and they have all this that they have to support for, and they're just like grumpy old men who regret their decision because now they're stuck doing something that they just don't really enjoy, and that's so scary. That is that reminder of what I do not want to become.
Yeah, I think me doing this is like I hate myself for doing it, but I also love myself because like I'm like putting myself in this position to where like you do not want to be doing this for the rest of your life. Like this cannot be your life. And yeah, and I also made me realize like money's really cool, but happiness you have to put it in front of everything. And like I already knew that before, but like working as much as I have been, like it put that in a whole different like level of like perspective to where like I really can't like you can't make money your happiness. Like you have to be happy and make money. Like I don't want to be making money to then try to be happy. Like I want to be happy while I'm doing it. Like while I'm doing what I'm doing. So like yeah, I've just been trying to get like a jump start on like my creativity and all that stuff because I want to start grinding this a bit more. I want to put out more TikToks and all that stuff. Like yeah, I just like work is I hate it right now so much, but
Yeah, me too.
but I'm making it work. And then once I go to Cali, then I'm just gonna actually a week before I'm just gonna like not go to work and I'm just gonna stop going to work at Amazon entirely. And then luckily my other job, AutoZone, is like really clutch with being flexible and helping me like, oh yeah, you can work as many hours as you'd like, you can put in 60 hours if you want, like yeah, we'll just make whatever works. So thank God for that, because yeah, no, this Amazon shit it's not for me, not at
Yeah.
all. No.
Yeah, it is scary. Hopefully, this gives somebody who's listening a little jump start too, so that you can just, I don't know, take a chance, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now that I'm so young, like we're all so young, and I'm sure everybody who's listening probably is pretty young as well. Like, yeah, just like take a chance. Like, I've even been looking into like some like abroad opportunities and whatnot. Like maybe even just some volunteer opportunities or like nonprofit opportunities, all that stuff. Because I just want to experience things right now, and like doing what I'm doing, like it's like terrifying me in a way to where like I have to like make a way out of like this situation.
Yep.
So, and it's kind of like a bad way to go about it, but for me, like that's like the way that works the best. So like, I guess I can kind of compare it to, I don't want to get too like controversial, but I can kind of compare it to how I was with like church, because I feel like they're like, oh, if you do this, you're gonna go to hell. If you do this, you're gonna go to hell. So like it's kind of like fear. They're like pushing fear into you to the way you like confide, right?
Yep.
So with me working so much, I'm like scaring myself into not ever wanting to be like this for the rest of my life.
Well, that's like, I mean, so if you, how are you gonna know? I don't know how to explain this, but I see exactly what you're saying. It's like we put ourselves into this situation and we hate it, and I don't think there's any better motivator to like make you want to create some change in your life and make your life something that you're like proud of, rather than it's just something that like you kind of just have to do. And it's like, if you never have experienced that like really shitty job or that really horrible part in your life, how are you gonna fucking
differentiate what's like good and like okay? Like,
yeah,
because then it'll just be like the same.
I think it just puts into perspective what it is that you want to do, and it makes you want to find that, because
like,
you realize that whatever's happening right now, this shit ain't working. So I got to figure something else out.
Exactly. Like perfectly well put. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like it's almost like you can't have like good without bad. So like right now I'm like kind of living the bad when it comes to like work.
Mm-hmm.
So like now I want that good side of it. So like that's why I'm like trying to like get out
Find
of
ways
this
to get
whole
there.
like monogamous thing. So yeah, no, it's terrifying, but I'm super excited and I just can't wait to get out of this whole like rut. But yeah, no,
It's just the only scary part is that it's just going to be so much work.
Yeah,
It's so much work, but it's going to be so worth it. It has to be.
Yeah, and like I've been listening to a lot more podcasts about like just like more like successful people like Gary Vee and like whatnot, and even like Joe Rogan a bit, to where they talk about like them reaching like a point in their life to where like they don't really know what to do, but they had so much fun getting to where they are now. Like that was the best part of that was like the best part of their like their like path. Like it's like the journey. Yeah,
inspiring.
Yeah,
to think that maybe we'll have that same experience one day. We will look back on all the shit that we've done, all of like the shitty moments and the fucking good moments, whatever it might be, and to just be like, holy fuck, like
we made
I did that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like they always like talk about how good the journey was compared to like being at the top of the mountain. So like right now we're kind of going.
It's a cliche, but
it really is.
I think there's just so much truth to it.
Yeah, I mean, with cliches come. I mean, the reason why they're cliches is because everybody says it. Because it holds truth. Yeah,
it must.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. But shit, what was I gonna? I was gonna try to segue into something else, but
I'm not sure. I do want to say real quick that we're gonna go do a catch and cook.
Yes.
Some fishing. We're gonna make a fishing video on Wednesday, and upload that probably next week whenever I get it done editing it. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh fuck! I wish I fucking had ordered my VHS tapes for my new camera so that I could use that.
Dude, yeah. I'll bring along my little like handy cam though, so we can have maybe some little B-roll from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that'll be our first video like outside of podcasts on our channel. So watch out for that. Hopefully it'll be
exciting.
out. Yeah, it should be out by next week for sure. And then yeah, I'm excited for it. You'll get to see a different side of us. Our outside selves. We'll be fishing with the homie Aiden too. So
who's also been on the pod. Go check out that episode if you. I do want to say real quick while I'm talking about this that we have so many episodes out. Like if you are one of the people who tunes in every week and maybe you got in late and you maybe one day you're like, damn, I wish I had something to listen to. Just go check out our old episodes. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah. So I don't really have a good way to segue this, but I did want to touch on. It's like kind of like a big topic right now within like the whole like economy side of things. But yeah, I had no good way of segueing that. But
I think that was a great way.
But yeah, so right now there's like a crazy stock market crash. Like I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably heard about it. But like it's nuts right now. So like, have you heard of any like too much about it? Nothing too crazy.
Not really.
So pretty much, it all started with like this it's kind of like on the crypto side of things, which affected pretty much every other stock possible.
Yeah.
So there's this one, it's called like a tether coin, right? So tethered meaning it's connected directly to the US dollar. So one of, I think it's called like Luna or something like that. One Luna is equivalent to one US dollar. So, and because it's tethered, people were like, oh, this is such like a reliable thing because it's directly connected to like a $1 bill. So like,
Oh, I see where
it'll
this is
be
going
it'll be
already.
reliable. Yeah. So people were dumping money into it. I mean, it's been a thing for like years, but and it has like a market cap of 50 billion, I believe. So it there was 50 billion dollars into this single like cryptocurrency, right? And some guy, we don't know who it is, but some like crazy billionaire, obviously, he had $220 million invested into this.
Whoa.
A lot of money. And he decided, this is like a week or two ago now, he pulled all of it out. And so with that, it dropped, obviously, the cryptocurrency, like it dropped it. And then everybody who started getting scared because of that single transaction. That's a lot of money.
Fuck yeah.
That's like $250 million. It untethered from the US dollar, so it was worth less than $1.
Oh,
So,
what the
but
fuck?
not even by a lot though. But it was still less than $1 though. So everybody was like,
So
oh
everybody
God.
lost money.
Everybody was like, oh God, oh God. So people started withdrawing. They started selling their shares as well and their crypto. So pretty much, I might be skewing this, but this is from what I've like learned a bit. And it dropped pretty much. Now it's equal to almost zero, from 50 billion to almost zero. So
Whoa.
So people, there's this one YouTuber that I watch, KSI. He had $21 million into it, and that is now worth like $5,000. Like that's how much it's dropped. And people losing a lot of faith and hope in that started pulling out their money from Bitcoin, from Ethereum. So Bitcoin was at 60, its highest is 69,000 is what it's gone to. That dropped to, I think it's at 30, so cut in half of what it's worth. So people have been like going crazy. So a lot of other stocks, from like even things as simple as like Tesla, Apple, like people lost a bunch of hope in it. And there's like a Reddit page of like about crypto. Obviously it's like r/crypto or whatever. And people were just like, almost every single post, people were like, I had so much hope in this. I had like thousands of dollars in this, and now it's worth like nothing. So now I'm like having to sell my house and like having to sell my car
What?
just to make rent. And like
Holy
people
fuck.
put so much faith into that. It's a stable coin, so like it was supposed to be stable. So people are losing crazy like assets and all that stuff. And even NFTs have like dramatically decreased. Like there's this one NFT like one of the ape shits. And
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, and that was like the most like it was like the most prestigious NFT, right, to have, because those are worth like tens of thousands of dollars, like hundreds of thousands even if you have like a more rare one. But those are now worth like thousands of dollars. So those have also, it's pretty much affected everything. It's a whole domino effect. And yeah, it's just crazy. So right now, like I was telling Wes about this a little bit before, but the US dollar every year right now, it's projected to drop like 8 to 10% of its value. And with like prices of pretty much everything going up now, including like housing and whatnot, where like it's like a recession type shit, but we're also losing value on the dollar. So like everything is just like hitting the fan right now. So there's probably like right now, this isn't any financial advice, but a lot of people are like saying right now would be the best time if you don't have a lot of money, or if you have some money that, you know, you're okay with like putting into stocks. Right now would be like the best time, because right now they're like low, and sooner or later what people are believing is that they're gonna go back up sooner or later, which I have some faith that it probably will. Like things like Bitcoin and Ethereum, you know, those are like coins of like the future or whatever. But yeah, people are losing like millions of dollars, thousands. Like even for us small fries in the whole pond, like people lost like thousands of dollars as well, to where like now they're having to sell their cars and stuff. And yeah, it's just nuts. It's
That's
really
insane.
crazy. I think the added amount was like $2.3 trillion were lost in the last like week.
That's insane.
And what's weird is like how it's like lost, it pretty much just loses its value. So like whatever you put into that, it just kind of disappears. So
Yeah,
like
so it's like money is literally just disappearing
just
somehow.
gone. Yeah, because you're putting it into like these coins that are
Not real
they're
physical
not like
objects.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have like physical like value. It can come back as physical value, but when you have it there in like an online wallet or whatever, like trillions of dollars just disappeared, like gone.
Oh my god.
And it's whack. Like, yeah, I don't. It's like I'm barely touching the surface. I might have gotten some things wrong here and there, but I think I got the general idea. But yeah, it's pretty nuts.
I think I think right now the world, everything is just so fragile. It feels like.
Yeah.
Like right now more than ever, the world is just so interconnected in so many different ways that like something like take Ukraine for example. Ukraine starts to get attacked or whatever. The entire world knows about it. The entire world is like freaking out about it. But like 1,000 years ago, that's not how things operated, bro. Like
Yeah, no.
like now everything is so interconnected with the internet and the media and
It's like instant communication.
even
Yeah.
the stock market and things like that where like one little thing or maybe a big thing because what is the one that's the same as the US dollar
like,
called again?
It was like Luna Terra or something
Luna
like that.
Terra,
Yeah.
whatever. So even if something big like that happens, it just fucking creates this crazy domino effect where like everything all of a sudden is just like falling apart. It's crazy to think about. There's never been a time in history where that happens except for now.
Yeah, and I think it's because we're moving so fast where we're forgetting about the foundational like parts that we have to like kind of build up to. So I think everybody's trying to get on like this new like wave of things, and we're moving so quick that we're like forgetting how like easily we can mess up. Like as fast as we're moving, we could also like lose that pretty much instantly as well.
Just as fast.
Yeah, like
yeah.
this is like a perfect like example of that, and like touching back on like that crypto stuff a little bit, I saw this video. So China, I didn't know this, but all their housing market is pretty much owned by one like housing firm. And I didn't know that at all. So when you buy a house in China, you technically don't own it.
You don't own it. Yeah, I've heard about this too.
You own it for 99 years is what it is. And then it goes back to like that firm, which is bizarre. But even that firm,
communism.
They went under.
Oh shit.
And that is one of the only stocks that you can invest in China.
Oh no.
And their thing went under. So and this happened like
So now does everybody own their house or does nobody own their house? Nobody fucking knows.
Dude, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck, that's a total shit show.
And obviously China has a big influence on the whole world because half of our everything is made in China. So like their housing market to pretty much just die like that is obviously going to affect everything else because I mean houses are the foundation of like being a human, like like having like a shelter. So it's within the next like month or so, even less probably, things are going to get really weird with like money and whatnot. And people are like, well, how do I get the next leg up? Like, because, people working normal jobs like us, like they want to try to find a way to like manipulate the money to where it can add up more or come back in a bigger investment. But with the stock market being so like fragile and like so like fluctuating so much right now, like they don't even know what to like invest in or like how to like what to do right now with people with like their money. So like it's weird. It's so weird. Like
it's scary, bro. But I think and I think that a lot of people feel this that shit's gonna go down soon.
Yeah.
The world is just it's weird right now, and it's only a matter of time before like shit starts really fucking just going downhill. People are gonna start losing their jobs. There's gonna be a homeless. I think even if there isn't some recession or whatever you want to call it, around here especially because the cost of living is so high for
incredibly high.
What people get paid around here that there's gonna be a homeless crisis unless shit starts to change, which I mean, if the value on the dollar keeps on going down while the cost of assets such as cars, land, houses, whatever it might be, are going up, like that's not sustainable.
How do you float? Like, how do you stay afloat? Like,
you don't.
Yeah, and I mean, luckily for us small fries, though, like I was saying, like this might lead to like a big dip in like the housing market as well, like because I mean stocks are like everything for people with the money, but if the people with the money are like in chaos right now, like that might help us.
It'll give
smaller
us
guys,
an opportunity for sure, but
to
it'll
hop
be
on
scary and
something.
stressful.
Yeah, and it's a big risk right now for anything. Like if you want to invest in Bitcoin right now, like who's to tell it just might disappear tomorrow or like whatever. I mean, that was always the risk with cryptocurrency because people were always like, oh, it's not real and it's fake and stuff like that. And like to an extent, this is a good example as to like why people could think that. But at the same time, people have made money from it because you could invest and then withdraw to where you have actual physical money. So yeah, who's to tell what's going to happen with anything having to do with, the whole stock market side or even just the economy side of things here shortly. But yeah, like what you were saying though, like I feel like within the last couple years, we've all been kind of like suspecting something to like start hitting the fan. Like things are going to change. Like,
COVID was the start.
yeah, things are going to change drastically. So this is just one of the dominoes, and we don't know how many other dominoes there's going to be. But
We'll
yeah,
see.
it's kind of nuts shit. But luckily, I didn't have really anything invested at all. So
Neither did I.
I had stuff invested at one point, but then I withdrew it, and this was like a year ago, and I made some money off of it, but like I haven't touched it since because the whole COVID thing, I was kind of scared of like how the market would react to it, and well, thank God I didn't do
Clearly,
it.
it's maybe a little bit more volatile than we expected it to be.
Yeah, especially for a thing called stable coin, for it to not be stable at all. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for people that actually lost their like, obviously houses and whatnot to it, but yeah, it's nuts.
It's insane. I can't believe that's a real thing.
Yeah. I have some other points, but there's no real way to segue either. I just kind of have like a bunch of random points here and there, but
Don't bother. Just
yeah,
bring them
moving
up.
to a more like lighter side of things.
We've been very serious for the
Yeah.
last 20 minutes or so. Let's
Yeah. Moving
lighten
to
it up.
yeah,
lighten
yeah,
it up
for
a little
sure.
bit.
I've been watching like a lot of movies recently. So like, I watched the new Doctor Strange. Have you seen that?
Nope.
No?
I heard it was good.
Are you gonna watch it?
Maybe. Probably not.
You're not gonna fucking watch it, dude.
I won't.
So like, part of me wants to spoil it because I know you're not gonna watch
Just
it.
spoil it. I don't care.
Well, okay, so pretty
Spoiler
much,
warning.
yeah, spoiler warning. This is kind of my nerd news for the week because it's like a movie review.
Carlos
and
is
you're-
nerd news.
Yeah, there you go. We got to make like a sound bite for that and then insert it every single
We
time.
do.
Like a little jingle
We
thing.
do.
But yeah, I watched Doctor Strange with Crystal, and so movies typically release on Thursdays, right? And that's when all the nerd fanboys go. Some people stand up and they're all cheering for certain moments in movies. So yeah, we went on a Sunday, and it was a Sunday morning. No, it was a Sunday night. So we're like, okay, there shouldn't be a lot of people there, and there wasn't. There was like maybe 15 other people there, so it was a pretty
Oh, nice.
dead theater, and it was a good movie. And there was a couple parts in the movie where like, so this movie's a multiverse movie, right? So before I get to the other part, I want to touch back a little bit. So it was rumored to have a lot of cameos, like crazy cameos from like other universes and stuff, like
Right.
and it had some. I'll just tell you. So there was so Professor X is back from the
From
X-Men
X-Men?
movies. Yeah, but it's the old guy, so it's the original actor.
Oh, whoa.
And he pulls up in like this floating wheelchair. It was fucking sick. And and then there's like this group called the Illuminati is what they are. So they're pretty much like, the overseers of like that universe or whatever. And a part of that team, there was like this Captain America. It's Captain Britain is what it is, but it's like,
A different version of Captain America.
yeah. Have you seen Captain America?
Yeah.
You know his like lover, Peggy? Carter?
Yeah.
She in the comics there's like a what if thing that she becomes like Captain America in like a different universe. So in this one, she's wearing like the suit and all that stuff. She has like her shield. It's pretty sick.
What?
And then there was
That's
this
crazy.
other guy called Black Bolt, which I didn't expect for him to be in that movie at all. He has his powers to where he can yell, and like if he speaks, destruction. Like he like speaks in like supersonic, like it's some crazy shit. But
That's cool.
yeah, so pretty much he's like all quiet throughout like his part in the movie and whatnot because if he speaks, he destroys everything. And then there was Mr. Fantastic, which I didn't think he would be in there. Like I had no clue at all.
I kind of forgot about the Fantastic Four. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
exactly. Yeah. So now that Disney owns like that whole Fox side of things because they bought Fox, so now they have the rights to the X-Men, Fantastic Four, all that stuff. So they bring him in, and it's John Krasinski. I don't know if you know who he is. He plays. Have you seen The Quiet Place? He's like the dad.
Parts of it. I don't remember. It was a
Office?
long time ago. I've watched The Office a little bit.
I think his name's Jim.
Oh, okay.
I think his name's Jim. I haven't
Is
seen
he a
that.
big guy?
Yeah, he's tall. He's a tall boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he has like longer hair in the office or whatever, kind of like your hair, kind of. But
Huh.
yeah, so yeah, he's Mr. Fantastic. That was sick. But there's like a funny story to this because when it was like panning, they were introducing all the characters, and I was like, oh shit, that's sick. But there's one fan, I think he missed the Thursday showing or something, because he stood up and he was like, yeah, but dude, but nobody else stood up and nobody clapped at all. So he was
He's
it
the
was just
only
silence,
one.
and I was like, oh, that's sick. And then this kid just, whoa, and he just stood up and he was like yelling, and nobody else
He was
doing it.
hyped.
So, but I was like, you know what, dude, do your thing. Like, I was so happy for him because he was obviously like
For
out of the
real.
moon, and
He was stoked.
yeah, he was so excited. So like, that was a really like funny
That's
highlight from
fucking
that.
funny.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to touch on because that shit like killed me, and like throughout the whole movie, I just could not stop like, thinking about that guy.
I would have done that too, and I would have
Yeah.
been fucking chuckling the whole time just
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Even when like Professor X came out, he was like, "Oh my god!" And like he moved the chair behind him. He was like, "Oh my god!" And he was like about to stand up already. I was like, "All right, dude, like chill. It's okay."
Wow.
But he was
super excited.
Yeah, he was super hyped. But yeah, it's an okay movie. It kind of jumps around places here and there. But yeah, I recommend it if you have any time to watch it. But
That's cool.
I would rate it like an 8, maybe like a 7.5. But yeah, it
It's
was
still
okay.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I got C's all throughout high school, so
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so you just get degrees. but yeah, that was pretty much my little movie review for that because yeah, no, it was an okay movie. It was good. But me and Chris have been watching, we went through like a bit of a Robin Williams phase. And we watched Good Will Hunting. Have you seen that?
no.
You fucker, dude.
I know I've never seen
Dude,
that.
do
I
you
need to
watch
watch that.
movies?
Not really.
You need to that's like top like 5 for me.
I've heard
like,
that's like
all
one of
time.
the best movies ever.
Yeah. It has young Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we watched Dead Poet Society. Have you seen that? God damn, dude. Fuck. Really good coming of age story though. It gets really dark. Like I did not expect it to get dark at all because I had no clue what the movie was about. Really good though. But like little premise, it's like an all boys school, really prestigious, and this one teacher, Robin Williams, he's like a poet. He teaches poetry, and he's like he makes this group of kids like fall in love with poetry, and they create their own band called like not their band, but it's not a music band, but like a band of misfits pretty much, and they call themselves the Dead Poet Society, and oh, it's super good though. Like the script for that movie, like I want to like have it like laminated or something like that because like dude, it's so like it's so badass. Like and it had like such good actors in there too, like Robin Williams. I think his name's like Ethan Hawke or something like that. Like yeah, really good movie. I recommend that. But yeah, that was my movie section because yeah, I just been watching a shit ton of movies. So.
I got something to spit on this too because I've been watching Peaky Blinders on Netflix.
Okay, yeah.
Which is like this English gangster show, and yeah, I'm completely fucking addicted to it. It is like so good, and it's just my favorite types of shows and movies are ones that are just like super. I don't know how to explain it, but they're just like gnarly and just like kind of gruesome. Like there's some scenes in this show where I'm just like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Because yeah, dude, it's gnarly, just super brutal English gangsters type of shit. Like they're fucking getting involved with with the Italian mafia and all sorts of shit,
Oh
and
shit.
getting their families dying. And it's like I'm like on the 4th
Damn.
season now, and
There's like 5, right?
there's
Something like that?
5, and the 6th and final season comes out in June, and so I'm trying
Okay.
to get to the end of season 5 before then, which I probably won't make it, but I'll get close.
Yeah, I've heard about it a lot, and I've seen it on like Netflix like tons of times, like pop up on my recommended thing. So I might have to dip into it. But
It's dope. I recommend
Yeah.
it.
One quick thing actually that I forgot to bring up about the Doctor Strange movie when you were talking about gruesome. This movie is gruesome.
I've heard.
Yeah, it's pretty like it's the most like graphic Marvel movie I've seen. Like I'm just gonna spoil one death. There was that guy that I said he can't talk, Black Bolt,
Yeah.
because if he does he fucks everything up. Well, there's a scene where he they have to kill this other multiverse version of Doctor Strange because he did some bad shit, and it shows a scene where he's like, I'm sorry, and then he says it and it amplifies a fuck ton, and his body just disintegrates. And I was like, okay, this guy's like OP as shit.
Into like a bloody mist or just like
So his was just like a dust mist. So I was like, okay. But then Wanda, so it's like, you know who Wanda is? Yeah,
yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah,
from WandaVision.
Yeah. So this chick, Scarlet Witch, she's like the villain because she's trying to get back her kids the whole movie. And pretty much she fights that whole Illuminati team at one point, and she has like these OP powers where she can pretty much manipulate reality. And Mr. Fantastic's like, oh, well, you stand no chance. Like, if he opens his mouth and he speaks a word, you're done. And she's like, what mouth? And the camera like pans to him, and he's like, and he has no mouth. And he's like, and as soon as he murmurs, he's like, and then his head, like, it like amplifies in his brain, dude. And you see blood like splash out of his nose. His eyes get bloodshot. Blood comes out of his eyes, dude, and his brain like deflates like a balloon. Like his head like, and
it caves in.
He just drops dead.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, and then right after that, Mr. Fantastic like tries to reach out to like, I don't know what he was trying to do. He tries to like grab her or something like that. Before he even gets close though, she like literally just turns him into like spaghetti. Like his arm just starts turning into spaghetti, and then his whole body just gets spaghettified, and then his head just
spaghettified.
Dude, yeah, his head just pops.
What the fuck?
Just dead. And
damn, this bitch is hella OP.
Yeah, and then that Captain America, Captain Carter, she like pretty much gets cut in half by her own shield, and you just see like the shield like, and then the shield just hits the wall, blood's like just dripping from it, and then this other chick gets like just crushed, and then she actually snaps Professor X's neck, and it's pretty sick because he goes into her brain trying to wake up, it's okay or whatever, come like we're like you're okay, we'll fix this or whatever, and then she just snaps his neck and he just dies.
Oh, fuck. Motherfuckers
yeah, that was
dying left and right.
Yeah, that movie was, there's a lot of deaths, but
that's cool.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to touch on. Fuck. I thought I had another point, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to talk about either, honestly. Well, this isn't good.
Yeah, I kind of left us at like a very bad point.
We haven't had a moment like this for a while. I feel like we're usually pretty good.
Yeah. Damn.
Well,
I'm so brain farted right now, dude. I don't even know what to like talk about. Damn. Talk about gaming.
the worst segue ever. Come on,
I don't know what to talk about.
No, I know. I don't know what to talk about either. I will say, here, we'll do this. We'll jump into a little mental health check for everybody.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, Weslee's mental health check. There we go.
We got to work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last week was a stressful week. I think it's important. I think everybody has these things that when you feel like shit, you can find something that makes you feel better. And I hope that you guys can just like explore that and find what those things are for you. Like for me, it happened to be going outside and doing exercise and going and reconnecting with nature. And for you, it might be fucking reading a book or doing some meditation or maybe just going for a walk. There's got to be something out there that can make you feel better. So even no matter how shitty you feel, no matter how much you feel like you don't belong or whatever the fuck it might be, just know that there is a way to feel better, and just apply yourself a little bit and try to pull yourself out of that. You have anything, Carlos, that you like to do when you feel like shit?
I like to try to make myself laugh.
That's a good one.
So like, yeah, I don't really know how I do that, but yeah, I just maybe hop on some YouTube, just try to like clear my mind for like a bit, and then also, I think, just being outside, like just bathing in the sun, man. There's something about it that like, it just kind of like relieves you of like just so much shit for some reason. Like just even laying down outside, just on the grass for a bit, or just sitting outside.
I do that all the time when I get off work. I just go out in the backyard and I just sit in a chair for a few minutes and just decompress from the day. Yeah,
it's like that grounding thing, It's super like just, you kind of just come back to yourself and be like, okay. You just have time to breathe, just time to like clear your mind a bit. Like, I don't think anything else can do that to you other than like nature, honestly. Like it's super
there's
common.
I don't know how to explain it, bro, but I have been some crazy places. I've done some wild backpacking trips and seen some really beautiful areas. And Yeah, that's a really unique feeling. Yeah. The only feeling I could really compare that to is like, well, it's awe is what it is. That's like
Yeah.
the feeling that, like, if I had to put a word behind it, it would be awe. Like I'm just looking at these beautiful mountains or this crystal clear lake up in the mountains that is just like so incredible, and you're just like, how is this even here?
Yeah.
The only thing I can compare that to is like when I went to New York for my 16th birthday, seeing all of those giant fucking buildings and just like how there's so many people, just like so many
Living,
people,
yeah.
crazy amount of people just living their lives, and they're all like on a mission everywhere they fucking go. Or you see like all these dudes just like hanging out outside playing basketball. I don't know what it is. I think it's just, in a way, it's like natural. Even something like, I mean, you think of New York City and you're like, that's not fucking natural, but like it naturally grew to the place it is, like through human nature. Like humans
Yeah.
needed something like that, or that's what they thought they needed, and now it's there. And then it's like the world, I guess, thought that it needed fucking crystal clear lakes up in the mountains. And
Yeah.
now it's there. Something about that natural, just kind of like evolution of something becoming what it is for pretty much no reason is really just, yeah, makes you appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's like weird thinking about how like one thing can lead to another, like even such as like our lives, like coming from like where we were a year ago or 2 years ago or
That's
5.
always wild to think about.
Like yeah, and then like even just today, like Aiden, he sent into like the group chat, like he was at a wedding
Oh yeah.
of like a girl that graduated with us, and like I don't know, yeah, something about that, like it's like unsettling but also really beautiful. Like
It's like you never really
Yeah.
thought that that day would come. You always heard about it, and now it's here, and you're like, this is real.
yeah, it's odd. I don't even, yeah, it's weird to put it into words, but like when
It's
you're
hard.
living it, it's just like you're just watching it and you're like, damn, like we're at this point now to where like our 10-year-old selves like, oh, I can't wait to be an adult, and now we're like here as adults, like I don't
Yeah.
know, I don't know, it's weird like seeing where how things lead to another, such as humans migrating to New York, and then now it is where it is,
This
or
crazy fucking metropolis.
yeah, or like us being born in a little hospital bed to being
Sitting on a
yeah,
couch doing a podcast.
yeah, I don't know,
That is fucking weird.
Yeah, time is trippy as hell, like I don't know,
Dude, another thing
yeah.
that trips me out about time is thinking about like sometimes I can have such
Sometimes
a sometimes
Oh my God.
sometimes I'll have this memory and it'll just like like you're just reminiscing or whatever, and this memory pops in your head and it's like so vivid. Usually it's like late at night or whatever before you go to bed, and it's literally like you're there. And it's like, but like you're not there. I had this not that long ago where
Are you sure you weren't like high? I'm just kidding.
I fucking may as well have been. Honestly, I felt like I was high, but I was just thinking about like high school, and I remember being in math class, and it was just like, I was laying in bed, eyes closed, and then all of a sudden, like, I lost all sensation of like what was going on in that moment, and it's like I was just back in high school math class. It was like I could feel it.
Yeah.
Like I could feel sitting in the chair and like everything so vividly, and it was just weird. It's almost like it's all the same fucking thing.
I think it is. Yeah. I mean, just gonna go into like like kind of sciencey stuff, but yeah, like the way I see like time is like we've already technically lived this, and a version of ourselves is living what we were living a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like our
Like
life's
Saul.
just like on a DVD. We're just pressing play and then just going through the
Or hit
the whole
rewind real
disc.
quick.
Yeah, seriously, and like yeah, I don't know. I think it kind of ties into like this weird thing. I even had this feeling today where like I was at work and I like looked around and I was like, oh man, like I feel like I've seen this exact like moment happen before. Like I've seen it before, and it's like that whole
Oh, like
deja
deja
vu.
vu.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know, it's so weird. Like there's like a study that people tend to feel deja vu the most when they're from ages 14, I believe, to like 22, but it tapers off as it goes through. But you're like at its peak is like when you're 16 or 17, when you like experience it the most. I don't know why that is, and like nobody does,
That's
but
super interesting.
it's some weird like phenomenon that like yeah, it's just like this feeling of like familiarity and
Like this has happened before. Like I've seen this before, or I've felt this before.
yeah,
That
or
happened to me like
yeah.
twice last week while I was at work. I was just like like sometimes you're having a conversation with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of being like, "Whoa, I have deja vu," you just kind of like have it and you don't say anything about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. You
That's
just think
what
about
I-
it, you're like, damn.
Yeah, like to yourself, you're like, I feel like this has happened before.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, okay, this does bring me into something weird that happened. Perfect segue. So at work, um, so I was scheduled to be on the second floor, right? So I go to the second floor, and my manager's like, "Oh, okay, we're out of spaces here, so go to the third." I go to the third, goes just straight up one flight. I look, and I was like, "There's nobody fucking here." I look at all the stations, I was like, "Where the fuck is everybody at?" Like, you told me to come here. I go around the whole other side of the building, right, to the B side, and I was like, "Are you Chris?" And he's like, "No, Chris is on A." I was like, "I was just there." He was like, "No, he's there." And I was like, "What the hell?" I walk back, dude. Swear to God, all the stalls are filled. Tons of people are working. I was like,
Whoa,
dude, and I was
what
like,
the fuck?
like I stood there for a second. I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, I swear,
There was a little glitch in the matrix.
dude. Yeah, like I swear, I came up this flight of stairs and I looked, and the manager's stall was empty. The computers were off. I look
You
all
don't
the
think
way
it could have
down.
been break time or something?
I don't know, because it was the beginning of the day though. So everybody who's
Just got there.
yeah, everybody who works my shift, we all work at the same time, so everybody should have been there.
Whoa.
And I walked around, and it took me 2 minutes to walk around the other side, 2 minutes back. So maybe within 4 minutes, everybody just spawned. I don't know what happened, but dude, yeah,
There was a little reboot.
dude, yeah, I was so confused for like half a day. I was like, what just happened? Like I swear I looked, all the stalls were empty. Nobody was signed in. There was no bags. The lights were like blacked out, which means they're motion sensed. So that means nobody had walked through them within the last like 10 minutes. I think it's a 10-minute like timer thing. It
Whoa.
resets after it senses motion every
Even
time.
the lights were off.
Bro, and I walk. No, he's there. I was like, okay. Walk back. All the lights are on. Bunch of carts, little things are moving. People are at every station. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know what happened. I don't know how to explain it.
That is fucking
I
weird.
swear to God, I'm not lying. And I actually haven't told. I didn't even tell Crystal this because I was like, maybe I was just really tired or something like that. But the more and more like time goes by, I like put like that together. I was like, wait, the lights were black though. I was like, that means it's a 10-minute timer reset. And I was like, that makes no sense. Like in my brain, like even if I would have taken maybe 4 or 5 minutes to walk there, which it never takes me that long, that time still doesn't add up. So I have no clue what happened, but I don't know. I was super confused. I wonder if like maybe I would have kept on walking. Maybe I would have like entered a different like dimension or something. Dude, I don't know.
Have.
Dude, I was so like confused.
You like walk into the room and the lights turn on, and then you're like, oh, nobody's here, and you turn around, and you open up the door, and you're like
outside or something.
It's like in Mexico or some shit.
Yeah.
You're
some
like on the
Narnia
beach.
Shit. Yeah, dude. Seriously, I was so confused, and I still have no way of explaining it. And yeah, I guess I maybe should have asked somebody like, oh, were you here like 5 minutes ago or something like that? I was so dumbfounded though that I just didn't even like.
What would you have done if they're like, I've been here for the last like 25 minutes?
Dude, I probably would have shit myself. Like I was so confused, dude. Like I was kind of scared low key because like I walked back and I was like, am I like crazy? I was like, did I just imagine nobody here and everybody was here?
Yep, I think you lost it.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I was so tired that I just imagined nobody being there. But even then, like,
No way.
It just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't add up to me. Like, and it still probably won't. It probably never will. But that's one of those moments in my life that I'm gonna be like, this was a crazy thing that happened to me, kids. Different dimensions are real, or something like that. Like,
Whatever you say, Grandpa.
yeah, dude, seriously. But I will stand by my side still, and I'm gonna stick to my guns and say there was nobody there, and there's no reason why everybody should have just spawned there. I don't know where they came from or why they were gone all at the same time, but nobody was there. So I
That
don't.
shit cracks me
Yeah,
up, dude.
I don't know how to even contemplate that, but yeah, I was stunned for a bit.
That is weird. Sometimes there's glitches in the Matrix, bro.
Yeah. Do you believe? What do you believe our universe is? Or do you believe in anything, or you just don't care?
I don't think there's any way to know. My idea is that I think every religion is like they got a piece of the puzzle, and if they all came together, we would probably have a better idea. But even then, there's no way to fucking know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Oh man, this is deep. We're getting deep.
No, I like this. This is good.
I'm pretty sure when we die, we just like I don't think your brain, like your consciousness, I don't think it stops. I think obviously all of this fucking life that as we know it stops, but I'm pretty sure your consciousness keeps going, and your brain just and your body just like kind of dissolves into nothingness, and then you're gonna be like somewhere else. I don't know where.
Yeah, no. I mean, shit. I think I kind of agree with pretty much everything you just said. Yeah, I think every religion is almost similar in some kind of way. It all has the same like vague idea.
Yeah.
And they all have like there's a greater power, whether that might be a god or goddesses or like a Buddha or whatever. But they all have a general like everybody has like the same like thing, right? And then when it comes to like the consciousness thing, yeah, like energy can't die, and like we are energy, so like we have to go somewhere. Like whatever this is, whatever we are, or whatever. Maybe we're just like a medium for like something living in us or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's yeah, we can't. I don't. I think when we. I mean, I'd like to hope that when we die, it just doesn't go black. But I think our energy has to transfer somewhere. It has to go somewhere or someplace.
Yeah.
Whether that might be like an all godly white castle where it's like heaven and everything's perfect, or. But even then, all right, this kind of takes me into like a rabbit hole though. Like, if everything's perfect, then wouldn't it just be boring? Because, like, it just becomes the same thing. So like. Because that's what makes
it's
life.
It's not gonna be perfect. I guarantee you.
Nothing can ever be perfect.
When you die, okay. So if I'm right, which, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
This is just what I think. You know.
Yeah.
If I'm right, and when you die, you just kind of like your body stops. You float away into some other place, and I have a feeling that's gonna be the most terrifying shit ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
Like if everything stops and all you can see is like, the way I imagine it is like orange, bright, just like cutlers, and you're just kind of floating in this space.
Mm-hmm.
If that is real, like imagine that is a real thing. That is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like your brain is working, or not your brain, but like your consciousness, like your inner monologue is still there, and you're just like,
what the fuck is going on?
What's going on? Like that's a panic attack.
And like, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird because like, there's so many different obviously possibilities. Like we could be in a simulation right now. Like there's no reason as to why not. Because, I mean, we're almost at a point to where we can simulate an entire universe within a computer.
Have I talked about this on the podcast? The idea, you're going to have to tell me if I've talked about this on the podcast, because it's like the idea that if this is a simulation, we're either the last one
or the first one.
Or the first one.
Like,
well,
yeah, like the creators of it.
So it's a 50-50 if it's a simulation or not. Because
Yeah.
if it's a simulation, then we are the newest simulation, and we haven't gotten to the point where we can simulate ourselves again yet.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Or we're the very first, and there is no simulation. We're going
to be the creators of it.
We're going to be the creators of it.
You haven't talked about that, but I think I've heard that somewhere. But
it's
yeah.
God damn it! What is his name?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where I
his
heard
name.
It. Joe Rogan's actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I heard it too.
Yeah.
I forgot his name though, but yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's fucking astrophysicist or some shit.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a trippy like ideal. Like I don't know. Like, and even then, like, what's to say? Like, if you just like one day, like we just see like a giant like hand just like grab us and then just like eat us. You know, like, maybe we're just like a little like.
We're this little
like chocolate like ball is what our universe is.
It's like
maybe
fucking
like
Whoville.
Seriously though, yeah, we could be a little speck on a little like dandelion. Like, dude, like
that's another theory where like, even if we could like zoom in, like if we zoomed into one of these chess pieces on the table right now, like all the way down, there could be like another little universe.
A microverse, yeah. It's I don't know. It's so trippy. It like bends my brain thinking about that kind of stuff. But
yeah, it's weird.
I don't know.
A few dudes get trippy,
dude. Seriously, yeah. One day.
Ooh. Like when they ate mushrooms on the yard.
Dude, that's such a good episode. Yeah, I love The Yard. But
that one's so funny.
Yeah, you got me on that.
I love The Yard too. The Yard is fucking badass.
Yeah, I don't know. Life's a weird concept. Like the world, the universe it's like beautiful, but also really terrifying.
There's no way to know.
Yeah.
So you got to be thankful for what you got right now, which is fucking hard sometimes because sometimes it's is fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Sometimes life is shitty, but I don't know. You got to be thankful for it kind of regardless because I don't know. It could be worse. It could always be worse.
Always be worse, yeah. Did you hear about that new? Since we were on like kind of space talk, did you hear about that new telescope that they built?
Mm-mm.
So they have the Hubble Space Telescope, right?
Right.
One that they sent out. So there's this new one. I forgot what it's called, but it's like 4 times bigger. It has like these different kind of ray collection things that they have that they can like photo scan. But within like a month, there's this really famous picture that the Hubble Space Telescope took, and it's a bunch of galaxies. Like really beautiful picture, but it collected a bunch of different samples and put it into one. Well, this new telescope within a month is going to be at that same spot that Hubble Space one is, but obviously it's more advanced.
So it can see farther or whatever.
See farther, see more in detail. It also has like heat, like purple ray and like heat rays or whatever the fuck. It has like these infrared, like this crazy infrared technology as well, to where we're gonna be able to find out essentially how everything might be made, like to where we can see how a planet
Forms or whatever.
forms into what it is, and how a galaxy might be born, or even we might even get a really good glimpse at like a black hole even, which we've had some good glimpses like just recently within like I think 2018 is when we got our first picture of one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna see some we're gonna find out some gnarly like stuff on when we get that picture, because like I don't know, that's so cool though. Like I don't know what kind of stuff we might find, but I'm sure the scientists are gonna get on it real quick, and we're gonna have some crazy news on that too.
That shit is fucking cool.
Yeah, I love.
It's also
science.
weird to think that it's infinite, as far as we know at least. It just goes on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah. One day it could rip too, maybe, because it just stretches out so much that it just.
And Doctor Strange comes flying through the hole, throwing fireballs at motherfuckers.
Oh god, nice. How long are we at?
An hour.
We're at an hour. I really have to pee.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here, folks.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. This is a fun episode. This was like
Good
just
catching up for sure, and yeah.
chill. We got to fuck around. We got deep and trippy, and it was fun. I enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
I always enjoy these episodes, though. So if you guys could show some love, whoever's here, whoever made it to the end. I mean, I fucking doubt anybody's here, but if you are, you're a legend. I just want you to know that.
The Legend 27 himself.
The Legend 27. Yeah, so appreciate you guys. Follow us on Instagram and all that. And stay tuned for more YouTube videos and another podcast next Friday. Later.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I have to pee so bad.